Hello and welcome to What's Trending. I'm Ben, co-founder here at Thinka, and my role here at Thinka is the Director of Vision, and I work with all the organisations that are part of our client partnership network and really help them realise their learning and development vision. Today, specifically on What's Trending, we're going to take a look at how integrated tools and data are playing a much larger role in L&D strategy, and how the rise of active learning as a core skill really helps us understand that the need for data and tools in the flow of work is critically important to growing the organisations of the future. I'm joined by my two co-founders. Tars, over to you for an introduction.
Thanks, Ben. Hi, I'm Tara, Head of Client Experience, and my role in product development is working with our existing partners to figure out what value we can offer to the learning community overall. Over to you, Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee, Director of Learning at Thinka. My role in product development is to work with our learning strategists, engaging in research to figure out what understanding, skills and tools leaders and teams need in modern organisations. And this informs the development of our products that support our desire to build learning that makes work human and offer extended value to our learning community, and in particular, those in workshops and programs focused on the development of human skills. At the moment, Vanessa, our learning strategist, and I are focusing on a research project that is centred around leading in a hybrid world. We're engaging in interviews and focus groups so that we can deliver insights to our learning community and provide some best practice approaches to these organisations for working in a hybrid working context. But now over to Ben, who will run you through our capability analysis, a popular tool learning professionals are using to see what human skills they need to develop or their leaders and teams need to develop. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Lee. Yes, I'm going to discuss the capability analysis, which is a diagnostic tool we've developed to help pinpoint exactly what human skills should be developed, either in individuals, in teams, or in an organisation-wide context as well. So this tool is great for organisations to be able to really understand where they should pinpoint specific learning time. Maybe it's on a set of capabilities, maybe a specific skill, or maybe specific intact teams need to focus their time in a certain direction as well to help the organisation at large grow. So we're talking about the rise of data to inform L&D solutions, and this is one of those key tools we can use to extract data to point time in the right direction. Now, what we've done here is a whole series of research in the background, whether it be through customer insights, whether it be through the World Economic Forum data, right through a whole heap of other different data sources as well, to pinpoint what human skills could actually look like and what capabilities exist as a result of those skills as well. And then we built this tool that allows individuals to self-assess both on a grading scale of the skill not being applied, right through to it actually being over-applied as well. This allows them to understand where they sit in context of a particular skill grouping, which we call a capability, so as they know where to target their time as well. What it also allows us to do is a heavy art of personalisation. So if we know a specific cohort of leaders in an organisation are struggling around this particular capability, rather than put them through a really long leadership program, we could just put them through a very short leadership program that focuses time on that capability. And, as an example, if we have a group of emerging leaders in an organisation that need to round out a whole series of capabilities, that could be a more programmatic approach. So this here allows us to make sure that as an organisation, we're not just building L&D solutions based on what we think or feel is actually right for the organisation, but what the data is actually telling us as well, and how that links to the broader organisational context of modern organisations. Now, what happens towards the end of the tool is individuals will get a report, both from a percentage perspective where they could actually focus their learning, but also broader, it gives the individuals feedback on what the growth of that capability could actually look like. And then also allows them to see through this visual approach, a bit of a spider graph on areas that they need to focus on, also areas that might be overdeveloped or also underdeveloped as well. And we really recommend that individuals, teams and organisations, revisit a data-driven approach to L&D needs every 12 months, so as they just make sure they keep a very agile touch their L&D strategy rather than a set and forget mentality as well. So that's the capability analysis, a really good data-driven tool that helps individuals, teams, and organizations target time for L&D in the right direction. I'll now hand over to Taz, who's going to talk about our Thinka micro collection.
Thanks, Ben. So I'd love to share with you today our micro learning collection. Our entire collection can be accessed via our website under the tools menu. There are so many reasons why micro-learning is effective. Some of those being that it helps improve retention as it's shared in smaller chunks, which means it's easier to digest as key information is being shared. And people no longer have the time or patience. They face so many distractions throughout the day. This means micro-learning can provide on-demand, anytime, anywhere learning. It allows learners to continuously upskill throughout their busy schedules. So with that background, we've developed a Thinka micro series. This is a collection made up of over 60 videos and application tools, featuring our specialist facilitators. These micro videos are great when creating a tailored learning pathway, as each micro video is supported by an application template. This micro approach fits into the flow of work and enables learning in real time with skills that can be applied in a few minutes or less. Each of our micro videos are based on a concept to support the growth of development of human skills, such as understanding the amygdala hijack when you feel you've lost control of your emotions, or 4 hurdles to strategy execution when rolling out a new strategy for your organisation, or learning how to monotask. With these concepts, our micro videos share practical tips and understand how to use these concepts in their day-to-day. Our specialist facilitators share a passion for teaching human skills. Between Ben, Carol, and Sean and Jade, there is a strong focus on team development and sharing engaging learning experiences to inspire individuals and organisations to continuously grow their human skills, their mindsets, and their strengths. As part of our learning approach, we believe application and a focus on integration tools is key. We've seen this micro collection successfully integrated at a point of need. For example, when an organisation is about to do their performance reviews, they refer to Radical Candor or the bio model for delivering feedback. We believe learning should be in the flow of work, relevant, real, and immediately applied to inspire uptake and retention. So on that note, I'll hand over to Lee to talk you through our leadership practical guide.
You'll see this guide flashed up on screen as I walk you through it. But first, I want to talk to you a little bit about why we developed this guide. So working with organisations, often we see emerging or early stage leaders struggling to understand the skills they need and access the practical tools that are going to help them develop their leadership style. What this guide does is sets leaders up with the information they need to develop foundational skills to support their teams. But I want to talk to you a little bit about how this guide is set up. So we've set this guide up around our learning approach. So each leader can develop the human skill they're working on in a really logical way. So Thinka's learning approach is centered around 4 pillars: explore, apply, reflect, and celebrate. So with Explore, we offer a concept that is an easy to digest model or diagram, and you'll see that there are lots of really nice illustrations throughout this practical guide. And with Apply, we give you an activity that you can do with other leaders so you can figure out what this skill is all about. Plus, there's some suggestions for on-the-job implementation. With Reflect, we offer some prompts so leaders can come back together to reflect on their progress. And also with Celebrate, we offer some suggestions for rewarding and recognising growth and achievement. So particular attention has been paid to the user experience in this practical guide. We wanted to make sure that it was both visually appealing and that it was also very user-friendly. So there's a lot of internal hyperlinks, graphics, and dot point lists. So it's both scannable but rich at the same time. So for organisations out there who really want to help emerging or early stage leaders develop these foundational skills, you can flick them this guide and it's a really nice place to start that human skills journey. Thanks, and I'll hand back over to Ben.
Thank you so much, Lee and Taz, for taking us through the micro collection and, of course, the practical guide for leaders. As you can see, Thinka is so passionate about the development of human skills within our learning community. And we hope that the tools that we've showcased today show the very practical approach that we take to making sure that capability is uplifted, but the learning experience is also very engaging as well. We're really passionate about using both data and integrated tools to make sure learning exists in the flow of work and isn't theoretical, but extremely practical. So Lee, over to you for some closing remarks.
Thanks, Ben. So my final couple of points I'd like to make is just around this idea of making a how-to accessible, especially for early stage and emerging leaders. So making sure that it's really easy for them to kind of grasp these leadership skills and apply them on the job. The other point I'd like to talk about is this idea of our move towards individualized learning journeys. So more and more we're seeing that leaders need to create bespoke development journeys for their teams. So the reason we want to provide all of these tools is because it does help leaders to provide strongly individualized pathways for each of their team members that speak to their specific human skills needs. So those are the two big reasons why we've developed this community, as well as these reference tools that are easily available on our website under the Tools tab. So now I'll hand over to Tars to close it out. Thank you.
Thanks, Lee. If you have any ideas for resources to support our learning community, we'd love to hear from you. You can let us know by contacting hello@thinka.me. We'd also love for you to follow us for micro learning bites on LinkedIn or Instagram. And if you're interested in joining a future event, head to our website to learn more. I'd like to share a massive thank you to our clients and learning community for trusting us with helping you deliver learning and development to your teams and organisations. Thank you.